Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Judge Jeanine Pirro, or actually I should say U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro, she just dropped the hammer in a massive way. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Jeanine Pirro she talked to President Donald Trump, and not long after she talked to President Donald Trump, she announced a massive arrest of a ring of people who were dealing illicit narcotics in the D.C. area. And see, Jeanine Pirro, she is a big part of what President Donald Trump is doing to clean Washington, D.C. It's the same thing he wants to do in other states. But you got to get the right people in place to get that kind of stuff done. Well, Trump has done that, and Jeanine Pirro is a shining example of that. She is cleaning D.C., and it's been hard. But you know, we're getting cooperation from the mayor, Muriel Bowser, who's a Democrat, and that's a big help. When you get cooperation, when there's Democrats in charge and they cooperate because they actually care about their people, that's a huge bonus. When they're not fighting you, they're fighting with you. That is a huge bonus. And when you do that, leaders, real leaders, can get together and make things happen. It also shows me that President Biden was probably just ignoring what was happening in D.C. for years when they needed help. Jeanine Pirro, she went on to talk about exactly what they're doing in D.C. to clean things, and it's something I think you need to hear. I want you to watch this and let me know what you think in the comments.
We do know that we just got word that the governor of Illinois, Pritzker, and the mayor of the city, Brandon Johnson, are going to be holding a presser at 4 p.m. Eastern time. You can only imagine where they're going to go next with all of this. I can't imagine it's going to be a plea for the guard to come in, but we'll see. That being said, this is one of the videos that Governor Pritzker put out there. I mean, it blew my mind. As you know, I'm born and raised in Chicago, and I know this lakefront well. He's making the case in this post with this video. He did this just at the end of August, that things are great here. Here's the beautiful lakefront. Not listening to what the residents who have to live in that city every day are saying, like Osiris King, Jeanine. This is a Chicago resident talking to Fox Digital today on his experience living in crime-ridden Chicago. Listen.
South Side, I mean, it's been rough. So you see a lot of crazy stuff. I mean, I remember being in the Family Dollar store that got robbed. You know, they kick in the door, they say, everybody get down, people are screaming. And I was only 12 years old, you know, and this kind of stuff, it happens all the time. But a lot of people who don't live in these areas, they don't get to see it.
I mean, to Molly Hemingway's point last hour, Jeanine, aren't Democrats, and if I'll ask you to put your political hat on here, aren't Democrats just playing right into Republicans' hands by saying, no, you're not feeling and living through this crime crisis that is actually happening in the Windy City? I'll get a final thought from you.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about the fact that the American people are cognizant of what the president is trying to do and what Republicans are trying to do in this situation. You know, the fact that, you know, you show these beautiful areas of Chicago, and I lived in Chicago for several years, and, you know, you're ignoring what's going on the South Side of Chicago. President Trump in D.C. is putting the troops and making sure that all our federal partners, along with the Metropolitan Police in D.C., are going into the crime-ridden areas, are going into the locations where crime is beyond control. And so therein lies the difference. If Pritzker wants to show a nice side of Chicago, and President Trump is willing to go into the crime zone and face the beast, and make the arrest and take the criticism, you know what? I'm with the president, and so are the American people.
Always appreciate you. Jeanine Pirro, good to have you back on the program.
Thanks.
We miss you. Come back soon.
I miss you too.